Welcome to Dixie Sun News. I'm Ryan Forsey.
And I'm Miles Jack Morrison. Thank you for joining us on our last newscast of this year. A recent incident on campus regarding payments on parking tickets, asking for payments over the phone. Dixie State University would like to warn us that the students, neither the cashiers nor the campus police, have the ability to take cards over the phone. It's a scam, so students and staff, please beware. Since 2010, social media has been skyrocketing, and so has teen suicide rates. Is there a connection? There just might be. Teens have claimed that the more they use social media, the worse their self-esteem seems to be. Cyberbullying is still a large factor, increasing with apps and the ability to remain anonymous online. If you ever know someone who is suffering from the thoughts of suicide or cyberbullying, call the Suicide Hotline Prevention at 1-800-273-TALK.
Well, it's final season, and that means stress not only for you and me, but maybe even for teachers. But either way, it's a stressful time of year. And stress has also been shown to shrink the brain and the memory and emotional responses that it has. So in other words, it's a difficult time. Now, those that might need help, it also can affect health. And so with the time of year, cold and flu seasons, we need to be aware of that. Now, in addition to that, it's also kind of intimidating. So with the end of the semester, Elizabeth Range comes to us with some advice on what we can do to handle and cope with some of the stress that finals brings.
Is upon us. I'm here to ask you, Trailblazers, how you stay on top of it and keep your eye on the prize to stay ahead of finals week. Let's go check it out and talk to a couple other Trailblazers. According to the Associated Press, 8 out of 10 students experience a spike in stress during finals week. What's your name?
I'm Annie.
And what grade are you, Annie?
I'm a junior.
Awesome. Okay, so how do you really prepare for finals?
I make sure that I make time for myself during the week of actual finals just so that I don't stress too much and that I can get done everything that I need to. So I just really try to schedule everything out so that I still have time for myself.
Okay. Great. And what do you do to relax during finals week?
I like to, it sounds kind of silly, but going to work for me is relaxing because I do what I love. And then I also love just being with my family and my sisters. So.
All right, great. Thank you so much.
Grace.
Hi, Grace. So what do you do to prepare for finals?
I usually make sure that I have enough sleep first, and then I just find a good place to study, and then I go over my notes and just make sure I'm good to go.
And how do you like to relax after finals? Because I think we all know it's pretty tough.
I usually like to hang out with my friends and catch up on more sleep and go for runs and just do things that I like to do for fun that I can't do when I'm studying. So.
That's great. Have a great day. Thank you so much. I'm Elizabeth Range reporting for Dixie Sun News at noon. Good luck on finals, Trailblazers. Have a great day.
Thanks, Liz. For more information about stress relief and study tips, you can visit the Dixie Resource Center in the Holland Building. Now, after the break, we have a couple delicious desserts to show for you and how you can have those for the holidays. Be sure and stay tuned.
You've messed up your son's haircut.
Mom?
Do you A, try to fix it?
Like it never happened.
B, work with what you got? Or C, show solidarity?
Thank you, baby.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Every year, 40% of all food in the U.S. never gets eaten.
40%. That's almost half the food we produce.
Food waste is a serious problem. It impacts all of us.
And it's expensive. Your family is throwing $1,500 a year in the trash.
We're working hard to put food waste on the chopping block.
And you can do the same at home.
Learn how to cook it, store it, and share it.
Just don't waste it.
Go to savethefood.com.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, she's putting them in the same basket again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Recently, our country has witnessed catastrophic devastation. Hurricanes and flooding have upended lives and livelihoods.
Across this great country, Americans have answered the call.
That special calling that compels us, when others are down, to step up and do whatever it takes.
America's at her best when, against all odds, we come together and lift each other up.
Please donate to oneamericaappeal.org. America needs you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And welcome back. Well, follow me down the Yellow Brick Road for this semester's theater production of The Wizard of Oz. Taylor Lewis has more on the story.
After rehearsing for months, Dixie State University's theater department is premiering The Wizard of Oz play. Rather than recreate the iconic film, the play incorporates darker elements through a steampunk-styled set and costume design.
When they talked about doing Wizard of Oz and what they kind of wanted to do with it, I was just like, okay, I'm in, we can try this. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And we're gonna just play with it,
Starring as the Cowardly Lion, Tyler George says one of the biggest struggles preparing for the play was practicing in a costume.
Because we spent all this time going over it, reading over it, and blocking, and then we put the costume on, and it was like, all right, it's just changed, we're starting from square one almost. But, if we didn't have that groundwork at first, it would have been just so much more hectic. So I'm glad of what happened and it turned out.
Now, if you enjoy musicals featuring punny jokes and modern dance moves, this may be the play for you. The last night to see The Wizard of Oz play is November 18th at 7:30 p.m. in the Eccles Main Stage Theater.
Trust me, you're gonna love it. This thing is wild, and every night we're putting things together, we're finding things out that's even different from last night, and so it's just been a different experience every time. So come out and you won't be sorry, honestly.
For Dixie Sun News, I'm Taylor Lewis.
Thanks, Taylor. For any interested in joining the troupe down the Yellow Brick Road, and Dorothy and her little dog Toto too, you can purchase tickets online at www.dsutix.com or in person at the box office in the Eccles Fine Arts Center for $5.
And for those who have a sweet tooth, reporter Stephanie Dupar has just the thing for you. She's just going to show you how to make the breakup cupcakes. She swears these are the best things to get you through the rough times, including, yes, breakups. Thank you, Stephanie.
For Dixie Sun News, I'm Stephanie Dupar, and I'm going to show you how to make some break-up cupcakes today, or peanut butter chocolate cupcakes. The first thing that you are going to do is set your oven to 350 degrees. The ingredients that you're going to need is going to be a half a cup of oil. I chose coconut oil, 1 cup of milk, 4 eggs, and Devil's Food cake mix. I chose Betty Crocker. So what I like to do is incorporate all the wet ingredients first, the eggs, the oil, and the water, and then go ahead and mix in the cake mix. This is just a way to ensure that it all incorporates in evenly and that there are no lumps in the batter. So I usually do this in 2 or 3 different stages of adding in the cake mix. Once the cake mix is all good, you're going to go ahead, line your muffin tins with those cupcake liners, fill them about 2/3 of the way full, and go ahead and put them into that preheated oven. Set the timer for 10 to 15 minutes. My oven works well with 12 minutes. And while the cupcakes are in the oven, this would be a good time to make some frosting. You're going to need half a cup of softened butter, 1 cup of peanut butter, and you're going to go ahead and combine those all together. When you're done, you're going to go ahead and add 2.5 cups of powdered sugar, a few tablespoons of milk, a little bit of vanilla, and a dash of salt. When that's blended all together, go ahead, put it in a piping bag or however you want to. Go ahead and frost those cupcakes. And the little topping at the end is just small Reese's cup. And your cupcakes are all done, ready to go, and ready to be enjoyed.
Wonderful job, Stephanie. And those look delicious. And Stephanie, if you ever need a taste tester, I'm your man. And if you have any extras of those, you should certainly bring them to Thanksgiving. It might just get you through those fun family drama that comes with everything that comes together. But not only that, our reporter Chelsea Ponce is going to show us how to make a delicious and really easy lime dessert. It only takes a few minutes, so Make it, and it is perfect to bring for those Thanksgiving parties.
How to make a really simple, easy, and cheap lime dessert. Guys, we got 4 simple ingredients for this dessert. The first will be whipping cream, 6 limes, and condensed milk, and the last thing will be graham crackers. I hope you learned something today. Thank you for watching. Back to you in the studio.
Well, we all have bad hair days, maybe except for Miles. But anyways, luckily for us, fall is in full swing. So adding a hat maybe can help cover up the problem. But for the days when a hat just won't do, we have the solution. Licensed cosmetologist Sarah Kunzler joins us live in studio to show us what products you can use to get the perfect hair no matter what. Hi, Sarah.
Hi everybody, thank you so much for joining me in the studio today. I will be showing you just a few simple products that I love to use to do my hair in the morning. So after you get out of the shower, you towel dry your hair, maybe blow dry it a little bit, and then you're gonna wanna add some styling mousse, or in addition, or you can do it instead of, a styling cream. Both of these are gonna help your hair keep that curl that you're gonna do, or that straightening that you're gonna do on your hair next. And it's gonna be perfect for keeping it in place, helping it look really smooth and silky. The other thing that I love using to help it look smooth and silky is silk drops. I got these from Walmart. They're super cheap, really nice to use. Just a little bit goes a long way. So if you have really long hair, you can use more. If you have really short hair, then you'll just use a tiny, tiny bit to get that silky look for your hair. The other thing I like to use is this hair therapy. For those who have damaged hair or really dry hair, this is perfect to give moisture back to your hair and also help with those flyaways and also help with those split ends that we all have, especially after styling our hair. If you like volume, I love volume for my hair and I love doing volume. This is perfect. It's a 10, and it's called it's a 10 for a reason, because it does an amazing job at making your hair very volumized and perfect for that style. The other thing I like to do for styling hair with a big poof, or any teasing that you like to do on your hair if you're going out for a date or just for a dance, something that's really fun is Big and Sexy's powder play. It's really small, but it is powerful. So I'm just gonna show really quickly on my beautiful model here. We're just gonna take a teasing comb. I love this comb because it has just different lengths of bristles. And we're just gonna take a section of her hair, and let's see, let's go this side. I'm gonna have her hold that for me. We're just gonna part her hair up here, pull the hair up, and then we're gonna just take some of this, and it's gonna look just like baby powder, just a very light white powder at first. Just put a little bit in, bounce the hair a little bit, get it all in there, and then you're gonna take your teasing comb and just go down on the hair. Just tease it, just like that. And then you're gonna get that nice volume, a lot of volume there. It's gonna stay all night, which is one thing that I love about this Big and Sexy powder play, is that it stays all night, and it's great for teasing your hair and making that perfect style for whatever you wanna do. And then of course you're gonna finish every style with hairspray. So this one I love, Ozzy's hairspray. It smells really good and it's nice. So you just take it very lightly over the hair. Don't need a ton, just a little bit, and you'll get that perfect look. Now, of course, not everybody is a girl, so guys, we've got some stuff for you. Crew. Crew is one of my favorite things to do for men. I love their shaving cream. I also love Beyond the Zone. This is a great product for styling, for men's hair, getting more of a sticky stay with that one. a more firm stay. And then of course Woody's aftershave for shaving is perfect. And there's just those beautiful little simple things that we can do with our hair so we don't have to always throw on a hat. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for joining us. Please stay for after the break. We will have a short sports segment that you won't want to miss. Thank you.
Everything starts out small. The things that hurt us, they all start from somewhere. The words we say, the things we do, they can grow into something else. What was small and innocent can become big and sometimes scary. All it takes is one comment, one picture, one video for something to catch fire. But a big problem doesn't need a big response. Not at first. Even if we don't know what to say, the eye emoji can be that first step we take. Let's all pledge to take that first small step together and change the world in a big way. I'm a witness, and so are you.
Tonight, along the Texas Gulf Coast, utter devastation. Harvey barreled ashore overnight, packing 130-mile-an-hour winds, blinding sheets of rain, and the treacherous storm surge.
Harvey can't mess with Texas. So donate now to help make Texas whole again.
Bye-bye. Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right.
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
And welcome back, and thank you for joining us again. And Ryan, speaking about bad hair days, when you say I have good hair, I don't even have hair to begin with, so how can I even have a bad hair day?
You know, that's the whole point.
Yeah. But speaking about good days for the Trailblazers, what do you have for us, Caleb?
Well, here in the sports world at Dixie, basketball season is now in full effect. The men's basketball team has been in California for their last 3 games, all of which resulted in very close final scores. Sports reporter Monique Chavez spoke with head coach John Judkins after they played and won their first home game of the season against Whittier College with a score of 102-64.
Hey Trailblazers, I'm here with head basketball coach John Judkins. First of all, congratulations on your win, coach. There was a balanced scoring attack with 7 players scoring double figures and defense played well. How does this game prepare you for the season opener next Friday at Cal Poly Pomona?
Well, it's good to see those 7 guys scoring in double figures. That's one thing we really emphasize a lot this year is sharing the ball, making that extra pass, and if you're open, you knock it down. I was really happy with that. I was really happy with our rebounding night. We got 22 offensive rebounds tonight, so that was pretty good. So I'm happy with that. There's a lot of things we got to do better, and that's what we'll do, watching film and preparing for next weekend.
I know last season you guys placed 3rd in the Pac-West Conference. How do you plan to move up and build from this first win?
Well, our league's good. The Pac-West is a very good conference. Cal Baptist is always really good. They're loaded, and I think that the preseason poll came out. We were picked 2nd. So again, what I challenge our guys for is just get better every single day. You can't worry about other teams. You just got to worry about yourself, and we got to get better every day in practice. If we do that, then I think at the end we'll be where we want to be and win another conference tournament. We won 5 of the last 6, and then the last couple of years we've kind of been a little bit short. And so there's some things that we got to do better. But I like our guys. I think they're very coachable. They do what you ask them to do. We just got to keep getting better.
Well, make sure you guys support the basketball team this year. Reporting for Dixie Sun News, I'm Monique Chavez.
Thank you, Monique. Adding on to that, the men's and women's basketball preseasons have already gotten underway. After making a complete mockery of the Whittier College Poets from Orange County, 102-64. They then went on to face some tough opponents in Southern California, coming away with 2 losses and a win. All 3 of those thrilling games were within 6 points, including one going to the second overtime. The women's team is coming back from a weekend in Monmouth, Oregon, where they played St. Martin's and Western Oregon, losing to the latter. The women's team will host the Dixie State Tournament starting on November 17th, but official Pac West play will not pick up for both sides until December 2nd, excuse me. Dixie Athletics will host the Winter Sports Preview today, which will serve as a transition from fall to winter sports. But before we can usher in the new, we must first usher out the old. Men's soccer finished above 500 at a record of 12-5. 4 players are receiving Pac West postseason honors. Football ended their season with a win at Fort Lewis, which ended their season at a record of 5-6. Men's and women's cross country finished up the West Region meet in Monmouth, Oregon. Women's soccer ends 12-6, just like the men. 12-6, just like the men. 4 players also received Pac West postseason honors. Volleyball is not quite done yet, but with 2 games left, the Trailblazers will sit with 13 wins and 13 losses. The winter preview will showcase both teams and men's and women's swimming. And men's and women's basketball, excuse me. If you can't make it to the Jennings today, watch it live at home at CEC TV or stream it online at youtube.com/Dixie State Athletics.
Well, thanks, Caleb. I mean, it's fall sports they were here, we were in the middle of it, and all of a sudden they were done and over, and now we're here to winter already. It's been crazy how fast it's gone by.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of seniors on the soccer team that it's hard to say goodbye having the last game. It is unfortunate, too. I mean, I have 2 years left, so I'm not too worried, but I mean,
then we got the star player right here.
Getting a little emotional thinking about my last day for sure.
Well, Caleb, appreciate it very much. It has been a great semester for all of us here at Sun News, and that wraps up our newscast.
And we'll be right back next semester with even more great news. Heading your way, same place, same time.
And don't forget to stay classy, St. George.